wondering what can be more amazing than an 812 superfast Enlargo? The answer is the Enlargo S. The first time ever, ladies and gentlemen, have a look at that. Oh, mastercness. This is such an exceptional experience because we have here one of 3 limited spec Enlargo S's. What in the world is an Enlargo S? Well, let's talk about what an Enlargo is first. The Enlargo is basically where we just go bonkers on an 812 superfast, such as this, and then you get the Enlargo. One of 18, they limited, and most of our Enlargos are sold before they've even been completely built. This also limited to only 3 already sold. This one just finished, just literally rolled out of the garage, and we're going to take it out for a drive in a couple of minutes, as well as do an autobahn run. In there we've got another one that's being built, and then there's still another one on the way. Now, how does it come about? Because if you say limited to 18, how come you build more? Well, first of all, we're not making 21 812 Enlargos, we're making 3 Enlargo S's. These naturally aspirated engines, listen, I'm at 3,000 RPMs, and listen to the induction noise. But it all started by the popular demand of so many people wanting more 812 Enlargos. The owner of Novitec said, I am going to build myself a special, an 812 Enlargo, and tweaked it and made specific things just phenomenal. And eventually 2 other clients said, listen, we beg you, can we have that? And so this is how the car originated. 0 to 100, 2.8 seconds. Top speed, 345 kilometers per hour. You can always watch, there's an attractor coming around the corner. Look at this, on these little roads. Oh! Yo! Oh, blick, 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 blick. We're gonna crash! I said they are going to crash! If you want to look at how this looks compared to the standard one, then check this out. Here you have a completely standard 812 superfast, and can you see the difference? As a matter of fact, oh, this is fun. Check that difference. Now we realize that the ride height is specifically noticeable in this car, riding 35 millimeters lower than your standard car. Just look at this one, for example. There's so much space above the wheel. Now, it's obviously also got different wheels on this 812 Enlargo S. This, the first time as well, I'm so proud to be able to present that to you guys, the NF11. So that's the successor to the NF10, the infamous NF10 that so far we featured on all these cars. And this is the very first car to have the NF11. Those in 21 inch in the front, 22 inch in the back, really covering the wheel arches very, very nicely because of that Novitec sport suspension. Now, some people say, well, I've got a really extended carbon lip in front here and I'm a bit scared that I'm going to rub that on the road. Don't worry, we can fit lift to your car. That'll lift your car on the touch of a button with 40 millimeters. And even as a big GT tourer, it's so good out in these little B roads. How's it, uncle? Lekker. You see what I mean? How you can just play and make music? The induction noise is just superb on this. A12 Superfast is probably one of those cars that will stay stuck in history. It's just a car that you can't wipe off of the fame chart. You know, if I compare it to the SVJ, and I know they've got a lot of SVJ fanboys, no offense against that, and it's all perfect, but this car is just on another level. It's on another level. The sound that it makes, the way that it makes you feel when you drive it. The side skirt on this car, just such a definitive part. If you look at that again, bang to the original one, bang back. See the massive difference, especially towards the rear. That's where there's a big difference. Over towards the end, that shape has completely changed compared to the standard A12 Superfast Enlargo. And then also in the back of the front fender, that gaping part over there with the airflow flowing through there, that's also a part that has changed. Apart from that, also the emblems now in carbon fiber on the sides as well as in the front, and blackened out one in the rear. Oh, these naturally aspirated engines. Now, if we go towards the back, we see the massive shoulders protruding. That's just evidential of anything Enlargo, to be honest. You guys will recognize that from the F8 Enlargo, the one that we had in the wind tunnel and all that. Really, always the shoulders get so much wider. This car being 14 centimeters wider than a standard one. Now that we'll see in a different shot. But 14 centimeters back, 7 centimeters in the front. All in all, this car sports a maximum width of 211 centimeters. That is quite something. Not the car that you want to park around somewhere in the small streets of Italy. Now, I suppose the rest that we want to talk about is actually towards the front and the rear. So let's go to the front and see what this car looks like. If you want to see one of the videos in which we review this car completely, I mean, it's from the ground off, it's an A12 Superfast Enlargo. Let's just bathe in the noise. Oh, it is just superb. Never gets old, this. Never, never. It's so predictable. I've got it in race mode. I'm not even thinking about switching off the traction control, but it really is such a predictable car. The power is nice and linear. In front, you can really see how good that badge looks with the silver on the carbon fiber, and it's not just some sort of a sticker. The whole thing is a carbon fiber. It looks really, really good, especially the ones on the side as well. This massive hood over here, just covering that 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12 engine that, in collaboration with our sport exhaust system, now develops 40 horsepower more actually than you get in the standard one. So 840 maximum torque is up to 751 Newton meters. Now all of those happens up in the charts obviously when this car is singing at the top of its voice. And that exhaust note, if you want to know what the thing that people freak out about this car is, the noise that it makes with the Novitec exhaust system. Countless videos out on the internet where you just get to see exactly what that sounds like. This car just looks menacing, doesn't it, here from the front, especially the fact that we have these absolutely wide arches, the whole car being, as we said, so much wider in the front and the rear. Not to forget that these wheels also ride with spacers to get the car wider. Have a look at this. There you go. That's what the standard one looks like. Again, back and forth. Just look at the incredible difference and the fact, as we said, that this car in the front is 7 centimeters wider than the normal one. Oh, goodness. The way you flick through the gears, the way the induction dances with the outlet noise, the change through the RPM range. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. All about the symphony. There's a brutality to this car that you actually can't believe comes from a naturally aspirated motor. A shunt and a shift. You guys can see I'm doing it gently. This car really wants you to give it the beans, and she starts singing up in the charts. It's really what this car is known for. You have no idea how quick this thing is. You get a taste of tomorrow. Yo, an induction noise on the back shifts. Mud that. Thanks. Oh my gosh. It's revolutionary. It doesn't get old, this. It just doesn't get old. Oh, son of a gun. Oh, gorgeous carbon ceramic brakes helping you stop. Very necessary. I think this one's a bit fidgety. To do a sound check and see what these cars look like from the back, let's move around this side. Bliksem. It is honestly super freaking quickness. Yo! Oh, and this engine just revs up so nicely all the way to 9,000 RPMs. I'll give you a little sound test of that. Listen. Here at the back, as we've said, that's just really always where the party is happening with these cars. The immense stature and width of an 812 N-Largo. Just take that in. You'll see mostly this part when it shoots past you. If you're the fortunate person in the center lane and this car just piles past you, that's what you're going to see. But you're most likely going to hear this car before you see it because it is so loud. Over here, we've got the carbon fiber housing for the Novitec exhaust system, that carbon fiber diffuser, and I love this little part under here, this 3-piece in carbon fiber as well, resting just underneath. What now is different with the S, you don't have that big spoiler that fits on top of the car. This similar and derived from the Competizione, you have the integrated ducktail, so to say, and that just looks stunning. This, interesting how they made a blackened out horse at the back, and then in the front you've got a silver one. But I think the addition is just absolutely lovely. These outlets over here, obviously They play an important role with the air that is set up from the front, moves over the side of the car, in over here, exits over there, and the exiting bits there in carbon fiber. I'll do my finger snapping again, and then we'll actually see the difference, not just between the optics of the standard 812 and this 812 Enlargo S, but also we'll hear what difference it makes in sounds. All right, so here you've got your Enlargo S. Bam, just look at that. What an immense difference with the rear. This car almost looks like it went on a diet compared to the 812 Enlargo S. Back to the party, just look at this difference. Ah, immense, absolutely love it. Right, we're going to do a sound check and we'll snap back and forth while we're doing the sound check. All right, the 812 Enlargo S with the Novitec exhaust system. You can actually hear a considerable difference between the standard exhaust that you get with your 812 from Ferrari. Nothing wrong about that. And then of course the exhaust system that we built here at Novitec. I even changed the modes in between to see if it doesn't sort of change anything, and there was no rev limiter. It did go up all the way to 8,000 RPMs. I'll see you in the car. Tickle you with the next statement, and that's that if I had to choose between, and I'm not talking in Largos now, so that takes us off the chart, but if I have to choose between 812 and F12, I'm probably going to go F12. It has a little bit more robust rawness. It might not be that fast, and it doesn't really matter because you're not overexerting this car the whole time. What would you take, F12 or 812? It doesn't have to be in Largo, but that's included in the game. 812 or F12. And don't just think what's fastest and what's most expensive. The F12 is not to be underestimated, just the way that it really gives you such an unbelievable experience. You know, it's so raw, it's such a robust car. And this is more refined. It's freaking fantastic. But it does feel to me like it's a bit more refined than that F12. But so freaking sweet. You're gonna listen to this. This is impeccable. Guys, it's been fantastic taking you out for a little cruise. It's literally just been a drive to experience a bit of the sound of this staggeringly one of three gorgeous 812 Enlargo S's from Novitec. What an absolute joy. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, you can do so by clicking on a little bell so you get notified every time we upload a new video. And you can also follow us on TikTok or on Instagram. Me personally at Beyond the Cock, and then Novitec at Novitec Group. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay safe, keep safe, and drop us a like and a comment. How you like this Enlargo S? Is it the shiz? Is it the shiz?